Football is back at SK Newsline, and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages, and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game. Since the restart, St. Paul's FC have been moving like an unstoppable train, but St. Peter's also have a good run of form and are determined to make their claim for a Super 6 playoff spot. It's number 2 versus number 6. SL Horse for St. Paul's versus St. Peter's FC, live on sknewsline.com and voiceofthecaribbean.net this Sunday at 6 p.m. We're also live on the Facebook pages of SK Newsline and the SKNFA. It's Premier League Live, St. Paul's versus St. Peter's at 6 p.m. this Sunday. Don't miss it.
My name is Zakir Sunumam. I am the director of City Wi-Fi. I'm here to announce to the general public that we have a promotion running from the 1st of October to the 31st of October. This promotion will be as a COVID-19 relief, our response, as we have responded before during the pandemic. In the lockdown season, we are out serving our customers. Now we introduce our over and beyond promotion. No installation, no deposit, no setup cost. All you pay is the package that you choose. So if you choose the 30 megs package, which is $143 per month, that's all you pay. City Wi-Fi is here for you.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigga business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble. KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and just in case you hear any surprise and shock detected in our voices, is that we are still reeling from the first encounter, security forces against Hotspurs, which ended, not according to many pundits, in a 2-all draw. However, this match is St. Paul's versus St. Peter's. Number 2 versus number 6. St. Paul's in the number 2 slot, sitting comfortably, but St. Peter's, they're in a desperate situation, looking for points. They'll probably even have to go by a auto parts store to buy points if that was possible. But here they are all lined up. We'll bring the starting lineup to you in a minute. St. Paul's going from south to north, kicking to the traditional Balang Bar area, and St. Peter's kicking to the south, football house, or towards 4th Street area. For St. Paul's, we can see Francis, we can see Kirkland Harris, we can see Tyquan Tyrrell, we see Simmons, we see Isaac, we see Mr. Man who got the red card recently, Atiba Harris's brother, Kareem Harris. He's sitting in the number 6 position. We see David, we see Bazi, Gordon, and Gums. We'll figure out the final 11 in the number 5 spot for you. The last man is on the far side. It's just slightly blocked from our view. Number 21, it looks like it could be Warrington, Sharon Warrington. St. Paul's featuring some new faces in their lineup. We see Deontay Labert. He's probably in his first game for the season. It looks like he's playing in the 11th spot. We also have Free the Freeman, Keith Freeman, Aiden Nurse, and the brother of Deontay Labert, the 2 Laberts who transferred from Cairn, both starting tonight. The back line looks a bit regular. The number 6 looks like Jackie Leader. The solid, stocky body of Petrus Williams is there. Omar Francis is holding on his usual spot in the right back. And for those of you who are more aligned to football, in the number 2 slot. And we also have Kalonji Clark, the playmaker, Kalonji Clark in the midfield. There seems to be something wrong with the officials. They're doing their checks. We can't figure out what exactly it is, but in the meanwhile, the teams are playing around. So just in case you see 2 teams playing around in the box, it's not a warm-up. The match was about to start, and for whatever reason, we're seeing the games commissioner, the referee, match commissioner, all having a meeting. Dexter Tyrrell is there. He's on his phone making a call. We don't know exactly what is the problem, but for now, play has been delayed. But in the meanwhile, I'm joined by LaShawn. We probably could have a chat about the we just got some information that one player is about to go on the ambulance, and the ambulance is making its way here, so it's no point in starting the game then interrupting it for the ambulance. So the ambulance is waiting to take away a player. Yet again, another injury that requires going to the hospital. Last night we saw one, and Junique Eddie was injured. Do you have any update on him, Rashawn?
As I was saying, it seemed like a broken collarbone to Junique Eddie. He suffered it with following a collision with the goalkeeper, but he seems that he needs surgery and will be seemingly be out for the rest of the season. And I was saying it would be a big blow for Sadlers' chances to qualify for the first playoffs. They would want his type of leadership and defending there at the back if they are to be successful to qualify for the playoffs. But as we can now hear the ambulance in the background, but the injured player was from the previous game that we witnessed. We saw the ending of the player went down very late on in the game. Security forces holding police to a tutuja, a big yes, Spurs to a tutuja, and they now move on to 6 points. 6 points. 6 points tied with Mantab, but they have a worse half goal difference, so they remain rooted at the bottom of the table at the end of the round. So it's a massive point for security forces. We've been saying how big 1 point is for those teams at the bottom.
Oh yes, and we're always saying desperate times bring desperate things out of people. The first one that made the move was South Stars to defeat Connery, and we need to explain to you that security forces was in dead last, number 12 of the 12 teams, whereas Spurs was looking on the up and up. They were looking really good, and a winning trot, defeating Newtown in convincing fashion in one of their previous games, and knocking off two other teams. Had about 3 consecutive wins to push themselves up into a 5th spot. It made us give them more or less in our predictions. We gave Spurs the 5th spot, and now the 1 point tonight didn't really push them much further. They were gone on to 30 points, still in 5th position, and the result meant that it's even more tangled at the bottom. What a tangled web! Very interesting to see how this will be put together. Who will escape? As security forces, Mantab and Chicago South Stars tangle at the bottom. Only 4 rounds left. Just 4 more matches after this.
And Trafalgar still to play in this round, so
We've never been to the park before. Come to see this one.
Yes, so there's an opportunity for them still to put some daylight between them and security forces and Mantab. They had the big win a few weeks ago over Connery. They'll want to repeat that tomorrow when they face, I think it's Allwood. They play?
I think it's Allwood.
Yes, they play tomorrow.
Jets,
so
yeah.
that would be a big game for them coming up tomorrow to try and see what they can get from Allwood. And improve the Allwood team at that.
Yes, there's another issue in relation to Allwood that we need to explain to people, because I know some of you may be logging on to the SKNFA website or to the Strictly Sports website where you'll find the points table, and there you will see a game that was played already and a little caveat, a little note saying under protest. Now, from our vantage point and for what we can calculate, it means that OR Jets would have protested the game. The winning team on the day don't normally protest. So OR Jets would have protested the game. The game in protest, normally you cannot protest the result on the field. The referee's decision is final. He's the lone arbiter on the day. And so I would want to suggest that it has to do with an ineligible player or official. I can state that for a fact. I don't exactly know who the player is or who the official is, but it would have to do it has to show an ineligible player. But nonetheless, the structures are in place to sort out those problems. So we expect that in a matter of, as we speak, we see the kick off to St. Paul's. And immediately they go to the main man, Petrus in the back. And they come forward to Kalanje. Kalanje finds Freeman. Freeman's going back to Kalanje, trying to interpass, but it doesn't work. Broken up by the line. As I'm also joined by the man, Alexis Richards. The multi-talented Alexis Richards. Cricket bowler, cricket batsman, football coach, football commentator.
Goalkeeper as well.
Goalkeeper. Referee in the junior leagues.
Yes.
Here comes St. Peter's. Possession of their own. Isaac picks it up, trying to spring the man. Govaya. Couldn't latch onto it. Jamal Jeffers takes over. Punts it out, trying to find Nurse. Nurse settles it. No, he's robbed of the ball by Taekwondo. Taekwondo tries a shot, thinking that Jamal Jeffers is offline, but that's from some quite distance out. That's about maybe 40 yards out. 18 plus 18, that's about 40 yards out.
I have a very hopeful shot there by Tyrrell. He's a very good technical player, so if there's one person you wouldn't mind being on the ball, taking a shot, trying a shot in that position would be him, but it's still very hopeful. It still was a very hopeful shot.
Again, St. Peter's tried to free Govaya on the right side. The first early goings, you can see that's their plan. Trying to get down the right side. Freeing Govaya. Govaya versus Petrus. Again, it doesn't work. The ball overweighted, going into touch for a throw-in. And yes, we confirm that the player on the far side in the number 5 spot for St. Peter's is Cheyenne Warrington. Kalanje in midfield, trying to break away. David takes it away. Govaya comes to help. Govaya trying to weave his way 2 players. There's a little ground battle for it. A little wrestling match as well. The referee's there, shouting, commentating. Eventually, whistle goes. It's St. Paul's ball.
Yeah, a very cagey side thus far from both sides. None of them really looking to express themselves as yet in this encounter. St. Paul's not yet being on the ball much. We have witnessed St. Peter's on the other hand. They've had a few forays forward, but nothing too big to talk about. But it's still early days here as a free kick comes in from Petrus Williams. It's low, hard at the top of the box, cleared partially by St. Peter's, and then cleared by Harris for St. Peter's up into the center circle. Picked up by St. Paul's, one back by Tyrrell for St. Peter's. He passes it over to Simmons, the number 7 for St. Peter's. He's a nigger. He's dispossessed by that looks like leader for St. Paul's, who comes away with it into midfield. He goes to the ground looking for a free kick. The referee says no. And it's picked up again by Cook and Harris this time for St. Peter's, who goes all the way back to the number 3 in defense. And it's cleared by David up to Harris, but it's won by
Isaac.
Skip for St. Paul's.
Jamal Jeffers cradles along aiming a shot from the man Isaac. St. Paul's is trying to build from back. Here they come with a big famous long ball going forward. This time Nurse is the man trying to cradle. Bazi goes up. Bazi uses a ladder, and the man Basso is right there spotting it. That Bazi climbed up on the man. We usually have discussions around this. This time Bazi was in the wrong because he actually used his hands on Nurse. But normally Nurse would have been in the wrong if he had just stayed there and not challenged for the ball. Free kick to be driven in by Petrus. They look like line up on the far post. Chipped up nicely. Bazi heads away. Kalanje Clark takes it down. Robbed. They try to go forward, but only as far as Petres. He goes a little square pass. Jackil goes diagonal, trying to find Amar. Amar slides it into the middle. Bazi again, heading away. Only as far as Petres. Petres in the center. Nurse going wide, finding Deontay Leibert. Leibert back to Nurse. Nurse trying to find the other Leibert, that's Dan Roy. St. Peter's intercepts and knocks it into touch. In fact, they knock it onto the boot of a St. Paul's player, and they will win a throw-in.
Yes, I'm the best spell of play for St. Paul's just now. They initially had the free kick that was chipped over. It was cleared by St. Peter's. Then they had another opportunity, also dealt with by St. Peter's. So the best spell of play thus far. But as we said, it's early days still.
Dangerous looking head back. Had some people in the crowd reacting, but Jamal Jeffers has some sure hands. He picked it off nicely. Now Simple trying to mount an attack. Fifield, Leibert to Leibert, but a connection. Back to Leibert. Then he goes forward, rolls it forward, trying to find Freeman. Freeman, fancy footwork, getting away from two players. Comes in the middle now and donates it to Gavaya of St. Peter's. Gavaya beats one man, stumbles, slides it in the middle, finds Harris. Harris trying to go to the right side. Yes, this time Isaac is there. Waste the ball again. Second time he's wasting the ball like that. No cross, no pass. He just knocks the ball, trying to find a man, but there's no direction, no connection.
Well, a promising build-up there by St. Peter's. Isaac finding space on the right-hand side, but his cross was a poor one. Wouldn't trouble much defenses, and it didn't do so with the St. Paul's here. But a good build-up play from them.
Here's St. Paul's with Leibert. Trying to find the other Leibert. Interception, Warrington. Gives it to Harris. Harris finds Isaac. Isaac again goes to the right side. Govaya knocks it down. Looking to go inside. No, change the mind. Comes on the outside. Slides it inside. Robbed by Leader. Jackie Leader. Nurse. Tyqualteri snatches it away. Again. Gives it to Isaac. Isaac loses out to Kalanje. Kalanje to Petrus. Petrus chips it up. Finds Nurse. Nurse has a free man on the far side. That's Kalanje. Kalanje normally is in the 7th position. Look like he's now normally in the 8th position. He looks like he's playing 11. St. Peter's pushing forward, making sure they keep their defensive posture. Jackie Leader comes forward, finds Dan White. Dan White trying to slide it through. Warrington tackles to save his life. Clean up there, blocked by Nurse. Nurse into Freeman. Freeman in the box. Freeman can shoot. He fakes. He first tries to pass. He shoots. Blocked. Shot from Dan White. Blocked. Action just starting up here. Still not yet out of the woods. Omar, Leibert, Dan White, starts the cross. Clear one, St. Peter's. Garden starts it. Simmons comes all the way back and helps the clearance, but only downfield as far as 5 field. Knocks it back into touch. No, knocks it back into play. Finds St. Peter's again. Again, Simmons on the left side, trying to speed down that left flank. He has company. He comes on the inside. Try to go across the field. Loses out to a number of St. Paul's players. Omar Francis, Danoy Leibert, Aiden Nurse, up to Kalanje Clark on the left side. Kalanje allow it to run. Latches onto it now. Touch, 2 touches, 3 touches. Try to beat the man. No. Fakes. Goes to Petres. Petres, long ball over. Heads go up. And comes. Easy ball. Easy take.
Yeah, a good spell of football there from St. Paul's again. Initially started with a hesitation between two defenders and to whether or not to clear the ball, and they were closed down quickly by Nurse and Freeman, and eventually it led to a few opportunities for St. Paul's that were eventually cleared, but one back by St. Paul's to create more chances for the SLS St. Paul's team. But St. Peter's living on the edge here defensively early on.
Well, it looks as if they plan to play a strong defensive game. They have committed Harris forward. Everybody else is trying to get behind the ball. And we're seeing here banks of players. A bank in midfield, a bank in defense. But Kalanje trying to get across the bank. Bazi intercepts, gives it to Cup Harris, and they take their own dear time They know they don't have many players forward, so it doesn't make sense rushing forward at one time. But here they come again, trying to get out. A looping ball to Govaya. Govaya is under pressure. He gets through 2 men. He has 2 ahead of him. 1 on the far side, 1 going right. In fact, 3 ahead. Comes again, tries to go to the right side. Gets through 2. He's in the box now. Can he cross? He does so now, but the ball is blocked by Rashid Hodge. And he goes into touch for the first corner of the night. Corner to St. Peter's.
After a flat start there, the game being picking up. Also Monkey Hill is a youngster making a move there.
He made a good move indeed.
Yeah.
Good solo run. A bit selfish to work this time. Look like we'll have a right-footed outswinging corner. Number man in the box. Corner comes in now. Heads go up. Blue. A tricycle tried. Clearance from Petres. Not very far. A number of players give chase. Saves the ball from a throw. Looks like Francis over there in some work. St. Paul's trying to build out from the deep in their right side of defense. Deontay Labord working hard, goes up to Freeman. Freeman turns. Labord is speeding on the right side. The young one, Deontay. He goes across the field, only straight to Bazi. Bazi composes himself, knocks it out to Harris. Harris takes control, but tackled off the ball. The ball rolls forward, but Delvis comes in the St. Peter's goal to take care of.
Yes, I would also like to remind the listeners and viewers that this game is a preview of the FA Cup finals. So to both else, with a trophy on the line the next time these two plays, how deep in your bag as a coach, putting on your coaching caps, how deep in the bag would you go to this evening to win the game tonight?
Say it again.
How deep in your bag would you go? How much would you want to give away tonight, knowing that you would face them again shortly in the FA Cup final?
Well, from the St. Peter's standpoint, they are in desperate need of points. They are in, I think it's the number 7 slot, number 6 slot, with a potential being overtaken by Newtown if Newtown wins the dispute. And so here come Petres overlapping, but not being able to make use of that one. And so it's more important for St. Peter's tonight to pull everything out of the bag to get points to move the table. St. Paul's, as you can see, resting some key players, bringing in 1 or 2 players on the bench, and trying to keep the structure, making sure that give everybody a touch. We see Deontay Labord playing for the very first time. We see his brother, Daniel Ilavin, starting for the first time. They have pushed Kalanje into an unfamiliar position of unfamiliar 11, but he can handle it because he's left-footed. And so it looks like the coach is trying different things. You know, if you're going to get Aiden Nurse in the field with Kalanja at the same time. So it's a matter of St. Paul's playing more for the League Cup as well as not being so much concerned about this game. They are spreading the field, spreading their resources. But here comes St. Peter's, a long ball forward, 2 against 1, 5 field clears. Danwai picks up in midfield. He goes back, short pass backwards, square pass across the field. Finds Petres, who's now in the left back position, and number 5 position. Petres. All his way number 2, he's in the left back, he's in number 5 position. Goes back to 5 field. 5 field, playing the 4 and inner 4 jersey. Hodge playing the 3 and in the number 30 jersey. 5 field. Omar 5 field, the goal scoring, one of the goal scorers in the last match, finds Freeman. Freeman gets on the man and stabs it off to Deontay Labord. Labord back into Freeman. He's not interested. St. Peter's is. They take it. They try to come downfield. Trying to free the man on the left side, Simmons. Broken up by Fairfield. He gets help from Deontay. Deontay looking for Nurse. No, he bypasses Nurse, goes to Petres up on the left side. Petres asks for help. He gets help too from Kalanje. Kalanje on the inside, looking to overlap Petres. Petres being challenged by Govaya. They go to the ground. Petres a solid body, not so easily knocked down. Taekwondo takes over, fleet at foot, frees the man. Passes, interception by 5 field.
Yeah, still a bit cagey. Still a very cagey affair here. Thus far in the first half, no team really wanting to go to risk anything this early. and maybe find themselves behind the 8 ball. But as you said, St. Peter's are the team desperate for points and would be the team we are looking for to break out the shell first, for lack of a better term.
Dan White tried to go forward. Long ball to Freeman. Freeman gets it. Freeman snap it over. It's Freeman's in the goal!
But anything is possible. Long Freeman is on the field. Anything is possible. Long Freeman is on the field. Move one again.
It was a quick assist from Dan White, but caught in between two defenders. He was able to control. He was able to control, caught Delvis Gums in no man's land and knocked the ball over him. Gums trying to recover, seemed to have injured himself, or is the defender was trying to latch onto Freeman?
Yes, Freeman found himself in a lot of space there from a long ball over the top, and a good control and good finish to go on to his 22nd goal of the season, so he's now tied with...
No, he's 23rd now.
No, this is 22nd.
22nd. So he tied with Nelson and Andy.
Yes.
Oh yes, okay, he was in 21.
Yeah, 21.
So the golden boot race
is... The race is on. Coach Boy was just saying that he looked quiet tonight. Yeah. He started very quiet.
Because they had two large bodies covering him, being Julian Gordon and Kareem Harris in front. They've been forced into a change. You see, if an injured player is off. Looks like David injured himself. And number 4 player has come on for St. Peter's.
That's Adrian.
You don't want to call his son in. Noah Banga. Adrian playing in the center. He's gone into the number 6. Harris dropped back into a 4. Bazzi gone to the 3. And Julian Garden has come over to the 2. So Julian Garden is on the right back. Bazzi and Harris in the center. Warrington still on the far side. The defensive midfielder, the old nomenclature CDM, is that man with the name that Al doesn't want to call. Mwambaga. Got that right. Injury force a force change. Petres. Free kick. Changes his mind. Now he goes. Hard long kick over to the centre forward channel. Knocked down. Partial clearance. Nurse picks up. Heading in. Trying to find Kalanje. Clearance from via corner to St. Paul's. First corner for St. Paul's. But they have the lead. They prefer goal than the corner?
Well, a corner could lead to a goal, but you don't count corners when you're reading out the result at the end of the game. So you'll prefer to give up a corner any day than a goal. But
here it comes. Bazzi knocks it down. Bazzi clears straight out, but only St. Paul's men converging on the ball. Kalanje Clark picks it up. Fakes one way, comes on the inside, drops it off, trying to find Dan White. Tough ball for Dan White to control. Harris breaks. Harris by himself. Isaac is to his right. Simmons to his left. He goes to the left, finds Simmons. Simmons trying to beat the man. But it seems as if a motorcycle went into a Mack truck. And the motorcycle got the call. Simmons got the call for being upended. Harris will take it. That stiff left boot of his. He will probe the defense. It comes in now. Heads go up. St. Paul's. First ball. Govaya, second ball for St. Peter's. He goes to the far side. Knocks it. Can't find anyone. So it's still 1-0. Freeman, who scored in the game in January, it was about January 26th. It was a 3-0 victory to St. Paul's over St. Peter's. Freeman had 2 and Omar had 1. Omar Francis. So you can say he scored on them in as many times he met them for this season so far.
Yes, so you could
Here
say
comes Freeman trying to free Kalanje. Does so now. Kalanje trying to get on the corner. But is the man, everybody going to the ground. And in fact, that call is against Gordon.
Yes, and
Just
a good
a call.
opportunity here for St. Paul's to
Take
use
quickly.
the,
Freeman tries a shot from getting the ball quickly. It goes just over the crossbar. A quick snapshot it was, trying to surprise everybody, including the commentators.
Yes, I was about to say it's an opportunity for St. Paul's to use their physical presence, their physical advantage over the St. Peter's defenders to put the ball in the box. But Freeman had other ideas. It wasn't a bad idea, but it was poorly executed.
A bit of a change for the St. Paul's defense now. We see Omar Fifield coming over to the number 5 spot. As St. Peter's is trying to work their way downfield. Man goes down. Basso takes over. Isaac is in pain. Wins the free kick. Gordon. Hands off to Isaac. Isaac back to Gordon. Gordon under pressure from Kalanje. Gets away from him though. Nods away. Finds Isaac. Isaac trying to free Govaya. Govaya down the right flank. The man Omar Francis comes over. Tries to help. Goes to the ground. Foul, says Basso.
Yes, St. Peter's struggling to get into the game. They down a goal. They would want, as we've been saying since the start of the game, they are in the bubble. They're in 6th position. They're in the bubble. They're in 6th position. They don't want to. They wouldn't want to leave an opening for likes of Newtown and Old Road and even Settlers. And with Spurs dropping points, they would want to take advantage of that as well.
Yes, of course, you're so right. That middle pack is so tight and it's getting tighter as the match is ebb away. A nice little combination from St. Paul's. They're down the right flank. They're trying to get on the inside. Ball knocked for a corner. The second corner of the night.
Goal kick.
Oh, goal kick.
Goal kick change. Goal kick. Hey, Coach boy, just after having some coffee at the bar. Was still in shock from the first game. Only score first. Score back, score 2 and half time. I just let the game drop.
And my understanding is that they got a red card.
A red card. Police get a red card first half. And the altercation there.
Ground battle. Isaac skipping away. Isaac, nice diagonal pass to Govaya. Govaya trying to get on the inside. Petrus will have none of it. Knocks it away.
Throwing.
Throwing to St. Peter's. Do they have anybody with a big throw?
Lyndon gets up. Lyndon with the big throw, man.
Yes, a big throw in this scenario would be as valuable as a corner, but as I said, the big store has been substituted.
There we had Govaya trying to find Simmons on the far post, but Simmons, even though he's tall, 6'2", he still couldn't latch onto that one. A bit overweighted and the ball rolled aimlessly into touch.
Yes, nothing yet from St. Peter's really threatening Jamal Jeffers in goal for St. Paul's. He has had a relatively easy first quarter of this game thus far.
Harris trying to clear the danger. Only as far as Fifield. Fifield is robbed. Simmons gets it eventually. Has Taekwondo. Taekwondo gives it away. Fifield. Jackie leader. He being troubled. In fact, no, that's Deante. Fancy footwork. Gets on the man. Deante into Freeman. Freeman gets it back. Gives him back. He goes up to find Nurse. Nurse misses out, but Danwai cleans up. Danwai gives it to Freeman. Freeman goes to the ground and holds on to the ball. And the referee calls a foul on him. Very lucky not to have gotten a yellow card.
Yes, Freeman looking for the free kick there. He fell down and hold on to the ball, but referee Basso saw it differently and gave St. Peter's a free kick.
Here they come again, St. Paul's, looking for a second goal. Leibert up to Freeman. Freeman back to Nurse. Nurse to Leibert. That's Danwai. Danwai to Freeman. This time he gets the call. Nick from behind, helped up by the St. Peter's player. It's just one free kick. Freeman, the goal scorer.
And coach about by stats, normally even St. Paul's get the right hand side with in swing of a pitch. Normally goal come from it. We see again tonight. The right hand side pitches over the ball. Williams, the swing again coming. Normally from the stats shows the St. Paul's get to kick moment areas. Then the goal come from it.
Well, I think the coaching education department of the SKNFA would have alerted the coaches to these things and how to prepare for it. You have a large-bodied man like Kareem Harris. You have another large man like Julian Garden. They can match up well with Freeman, and they have to now care for the second ball, which is being knocked down to the poaching players like Norse and Leibert and Kalanji. So I'm sure Coach Anthony Nets Isaac will be prepared for this. He puts the wall, a three-man wall, Gums is satisfied, and it looks like it's man-to-man marking on the inside. Who can get the better of this chip? We anticipate a chip. We don't think Petrus Williams has it in him to go straight. Referee is setting his field. He's happy. Ball comes in now. Chipped up. Heads go up. And it's just over the crossbar.
That's nearly
almost made Alistair Richards a professional pundit.
Yes, we can see that it's definitely a coach of a Premier Division team.
He has been taking notes. He has been trained. I can say that.
And trained by the best coach.
It was the in-swinging chip ball, and they picked out the man, the tallest man on the field, probably the tallest man on the field, but he has persons just about his height, should have been marking him and should not allow him to get away. That first step is very, very important in marking. And so, getting the step on Kareem Harris just eased over the crossbar by about 3 feet.
Yes, it was a well-work set piece, and it found the ball from Petrus found its intended target, but the Freeman couldn't fire his header on target to work the St. Peter's goalkeeper. But as I said, it's something that we should look for now. When St. Paul's get a free kick,
and that's something alone. I mean, in the coaching education, as Coach Abu said, I mean, something to teach about match analysis, something to do and study. Most coaches today don't really go into depth. You know, when you come to park, I come to my notepad, I always come to my notepad and take notes. You know what I mean, Coach?
No, but it's a I don't want to say a no-brainer, but it's pretty obvious when you see Petrus leave from his defensive position to go up to take a kick from that angle. You would know that they're aiming first of all to get Freeman onto it. And if he cannot get it goalwards, he would knock it back for poachers. I call them poachers. Like Nurse, who's also big-bodied, who's also tall, probably over 6 feet as well. People like Kalanji, who has a left-footed shot. Play resumes. Player was down, he's off the field now, it looks like 5 field. So St. Paul's has adjusted in the meanwhile. Keeping their shape at the back. Petrus comes out to the left side, even though he's playing on a 4. Holds it out to Dan. One touch pass to 5 feet. 5 feet, look at the speed away. Goes into Clark, robbed. Take one Tyrrell. Has 2 men around him. Can he get out? No. Ball knocked away. Wins the throw.
Yes, Tyrrell has had a difficult night thus far. Misplacing a few passes. I think he was fortunate to win a throw in there after he was closed down by 2 St. Paul's players. I thought he put it out of play. I didn't see a touch from St. Paul's players, but the referee's decision is always final. Free kick there to St. Peter's. Isaac is fouled by Leibert.
Yeah, Leibert was climbing this time. Yes. The 2 fouls something like that. The guilty party had their hands on the man and climbing up his back.
Yes.
Here comes Harris. Good pass, good diagonal pass down the left flank. Finds the man Govaya who shifted sides. Gone from 7 to 11. He's fighting away and fouling away, and Basso is blowing the whistle. Here they come again, St. Paul's. Into Freeman from the free kick. He gets space to turn. Slides it off to Nuss. Nuss chips him forward. Carry him Harris. This time, monitoring him better. Rolls over to the side, grabs him. Goes forward, St. Paul's. Good, nice block. Ovaya gets it back. Then gives it away. Fifield. Liebert. Hodge. St. Paul's. All in control, but in the back. Not making much progress forward. Now they come forward. Petrez. Goes square. Then over to Francis. Francis goes back. They've been very patient on this one. And they slide it up to Kalanje. Kalanje slides it over to Omar, who's looking for it. He's at full pace, going down the left flank. Bazi comes across. Bazi stops him. Slides it into Kalanje. Kalanje has a shot. No. He goes into the box. He shoots now. He gets in the back of the net. Kalanje. I call him poachers, but this time it was a solo run, a superlative one, and an even better shot.
Well done there, but a good one by Omar Francis on the left side. You know what I mean? Played into him. A dribble one on the outside of the left foot. In the back of Dixon.
Yes, the Omar, the number 14 for St. Paul's, he was speeding down the left hand side. He stopped on a pinhead, but he left the defenders continue trailing him, and then he found Kalanji in the box, and his left-footed shot.
No, this is where the coaches again have to pay attention, because even though Kalanje is the 11, he drifted on the inside of the field into the inside left channel and left the room for Omar to overlap. And even when Omar was upended by Bazi's shadowing him, he turned on the inside and found the man in that channel. It's a channel that people don't normally mark. And with 2 touches, he was in on goal. Shot coming from way outside from that little man, Adrian. We choose to call him Adrian. Another player goes down. Third player goes down for the night.
And just to add the coach, if you notice with SL Half for St. Paul's team, right? When they're playing, the right full back don't normally overlap. He stay home. So he stay home with the centre backs and leave Omar to do all the attacking. If you notice that.
Yeah. But the point is made for persons who play 7 and 11. It's not all about staying in the wing. It's all about sometimes getting on the inside and knowing when to get on the inside and when to get on the outside. You have to give that room for the attacking wing backs to come up.
Yes, and the task this evening for St. Peter's looks like an uphill battle already. We're still in the first half, the latter half of the first half. But it looks like a steep climb for St. Peter's to get anything from this game. But as we've seen in football before, that a comeback is always on the cards.
Well, the St. Paul's normally the comeback kids.
Yes, but another thing, St. Paul's, they don't give up much goals either.
So Dixon was saying this one is all over already, first half?
Yeah, St. Paul's normally don't give up much goals, and I don't anticipate that they'll give up too. So,
Hey, but what I find interesting tonight in this game, Coach, is that St. Paul normally go route one all the time. Yeah. This time they actually bring the ball from the back into the.
Yes, they try that sometimes too. They normally go down the left flank. If you recall, when they played against Village, their first early goal was down the left flank. You took notes? That was in the book. Yet another player being substituted for injury. The man who left the field looked like Omar Fifield. It looked like Anthony Keynes came in to replace him. Anthony Keynes will go to the right side of the field. He's normally a right back, number 2. Here comes the pass again, trying to free Freeman. Freeman gets it, batters it, gets across the man. Tekwa Kuril is fighting him. He shoots, and that one just goes over the crossbar. From a tight angle, couldn't have hoped for much, but at least he got off the shot.
Yes, well played there by Freeman. He won the ball. Side in the inside left channel. He had no support in the box, and he went for goal. And it sailed over the crossbar, but it was a good effort from him. Seeing that he had no other support. But St. Peter's would shy. They look lack of shot and confidence. They would want to keep their heads up. if they are to stage a comeback in this game.
We haven't yet commented about North playing against his former team. But here they come St. Peter's. They're trying to battle away. They're trying their best. Trying to go downfield now. Harris, upended by two St. Paul's players. He tackles, ill-advised. Basso just gives him a gentle word. Nurse, meanwhile, gets it from Leibert. Leibert goes on inside, finds Kalanji again. Kalanji, Cruyfftown, beats his man. Goes trying to find Freeman. Freeman battles away, goes to the ground, wins a free kick, and of course, that little fancy move, they got a man from Kalanji, rows the crowd. They love to see that.
Yes, Coach Abo. And again, he inside again. He drifts inside again. Once more again.
Yes, with Danwai overlapping this time. He drifted on the inside.
Yeah,
and
well, it is normally said criminals return to the scenes of the crime.
Yes.
Yes.
If he's getting food there, why not go back for more? Breakfast, then lunch and dinner. Looking for number 3.
Yes.
And now the opposite occurs now. In swinging, right-footed from Anthony Kay as a defender, and
he didn't have the room to get the header across. He tried to find the teammate on the far post, but the ball never arrived.
Side. Easy call for the official there.
Yes.
Freeman returning from an offside position, tracking back into an onside position. That's not allowed. Here's St. Peter speeding away, trying to break on the left side. They come on the inside, find Simmons. Simmons trying to hand off to Tyrrell. Tyrrell not there. St. Paul's wins it. St. Paul's gives it to Kalanji. Kalanji has Danwai helping on the outside. Danwai picks it up now on the same left flank. No Omar this time, so Danwai, the number 8, helps out. Kalanji. Omar goes all the way back to Jamal. And of course, Jamal will take some steam off it. Goes it back out to Omar, still on the left flank. Leibert. Petres. Jeffers. In control, St. Paul's. 2-0 up. Playing around with it on the back. Quite confidently indeed. The ball is with the keeper now. Comes back to the left side. All faking to go right. Finds Petres. Petres speeds forward. Down the left flank. Overlapping 5 feet. But Bassi has the better this time. Bassi gets around the man. Gets around the corner. Slides it up to Harris. Harris into Gordon. Gordon trying to return pass. Hugged by Omar. Omar trying to plead his case. Trying to make and plead the referee not to get a card. His charm works. He runs away without a card, but he certainly upended Harris. A close line, I will say in local parlance.
He knows what he was doing there.
Oh yes, as he was so far, but he had to stop the play.
Yes, he sacrificed the potential of a card for his side, but unfortunately for him,
Harris stabbed it into Isaac. Isaac leading on Harris, but Petrus is there. Petrus takes over, finds Fifield. Fifield goes in. Danwai controls, goes square. Keynes, Nurse, all St. Paul's for the moment. Nurse making some headway. Then he goes to the right, finds Deante. Deante controls now. Can he find help? Yes, he does find Nurse. Nurse stabs it back to a few nice little touches to Keynes into Nurse. Nurse, however, can I get the control of it on? Couldn't get control of it on. Sends it into touch. Still 2 goals to nil. St. Paul's in large and in charge. The whistle goes. Foul draw. Long time we haven't seen a foul draw among Premier players.
Oh, the Premier League.
yes, that's a reoccurrence in most senior football, but
I mean, football, inside the line?
we had to tell from our vantage point, but the assistant referee, he saw the infringement. She was in better position to pick up the infringement and call a foul throw with a throw for St. Paul's in a dangerous position, and the throw comes in now trying to find Freeman, but it's headed clear by Harris for St. Peter's, and Harris finds that looks like Kirkland Harris, one Harris to the other, and it goes up to the field and it's cleared by St. Paul's for a throw-in to St. Peter's, just inside their defensive half.
COVID-19 protocol takes over. The ball that went into touch is changed. The ball boy is coming and coaching now. They will clean it up. I think they have wipes or sanitizer somewhere. Throw in. Simmons trying to find help. It helps knock the ball to Jeffers. Jeffers has no need to be wasting time, but he loves to do this. Trying to take some seconds off the clock. He just likes to be in the center of attention. You're leading 2 goals up, no sweat. Even before halftime, and you're trying to kill time. Here comes the ball, the long ball. This time Bazi is in control. Bazi knocks it fouls, finds Kalanji. Kalanji settles it. Trying to go forward. There are a number of blue shirts. Goes into Simmons. They win it, they go forward, then they go center, then they go left. Left comes back. Still on the left side though. Warrington. Long chip ball into forward. Fife is there. Isaac plays smart. Takes the space. He gives it to Tyrrell. Tyrrell tries that goal. Very good player is Tyrrell, but he has been kept quiet. He has been kept quiet for the night. Been tightly marked, usually, by Jackil. Corner. Another corner to St. Peter's.
Dixon, I must say, Monkey looking a bit flat tonight. Normally Monkey ups the gates. I don't know because it's the finals next week. So we're saying I don't know. I don't know what the thought is. But we're already flat tonight.
Here comes St. Paul's winning the corner. Speeding away Kalanje. Kalanje back to Nurse from Freeman. They're trying the little quick counter. It didn't work. St. Peter's remains strong. Remains smart. Harris. It's a control now. Harris gone to the inside. Finds Simmons. Simmons tries a shot. No. No, he tries a shot. The ball blocked. Goes into touch now. Throwing.
As I was saying, St. Peter's they look a bit flat this evening. In the early part of the game, both teams seem flat, but St. Paul's they found Freeman at the top of the box in some space, and they got the opening goal. And St. Peter's have found it difficult thus far to come out of their shyness, come out of their shell, and create opportunities.
It seems to me when they started, they had quite a defensive posture. The banks of players were back, trying to hold out that long ball. It came quickly. When it came quickly. It wasn't from the usual, from route one, from defense. It was in the midfield. Dan White picked it up and found him in space just between the 2 defenders. And that's all he needed. Knocked down the ball. Gums was in no man's land. He tried to come to Freeman. But before he could reach anywhere, before he could take 2 steps, Freeman was already getting the better of him by knocking the ball over his head into the back of the net. That was number 1. Number 2 was a superlative effort, a great superlative effort from Kolanji. He is clearing, but only as far as Cheyenne, the defender. Ball goes to the left side. Govaya picks it up. Govaya puts it back in the business area. There's no one there but Jamal, who's going to run some time off the clock in his usual way. Goes to the corner of the box, stops the ball. But as we said, there's no need to do that. He's large and in charge. Maybe we should roll the ball into play too. Look for number 3.
There's no urgency by the St. Peter's team. No one. The left winger had to come from all the way, and the eastern side of the field to put some pressure on him. I think see that as a bad sign for St. Peter's this early in the game still.
Ball comes in. Harris is there. Taekwondo takes over. And second effort, he wins it. Goes forward, finds Harris. Harris has a bit of room. Petres is giving some attention. Harris versus Petres. What will happen? Doesn't take him on. He goes back for help. Goes for Tyrrell. Tyrrell has 2 men with him. Taekwondo Tyrrell. They grab him off the ball. Dan Wai. He gets it back. He goes back to Bazi. Bazi goes a square across the goal mouth, finds his goalkeeper. Harris. It comes then to Harris. Harris is there watching all along. Then he goes big left boot. As you see, one being added to time. Adrian Goes back to Bazzi. Bazzi goes square. Finds Gordon. Gordon controls. Back to Bazzi. Easy going from St. Peter's. Now Adrian. Looking to feed the man forward. Petrus intercepts. Kolanji takes over. Leader. Kolanji. Leibert. Leibert gives it away to Adrian. Adrian goes for safety. All the way back to Bazzi. Bazzi. Back to Adrian. Adrian to the left side. Finds Warrington. Warrington loses up one time. Finds Gavaya. Gavaya comes on the inside. Gets past one man. Gavaya has a shot on goal. Jeffers is there. In control. Of course, he showed some instructions and goes to his usual time wasting tactic. But this time I don't. Yes, he can pick it up. As the ball fell from his hands. It wasn't a deliberate parry.
Yes, that.
And he succeeds in taking the best seconds off of the clock, with St. Paul's leading St. Peter's 2-0 and this is the first half. We go to master control and we'll come back for some analysis at halftime.
This is the Premier League Live Halftime Show. Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble.
My name is Zacchaeus Newman. I am the director of City Wi-Fi. I'm here to announce to the general public that we have a promotion running from the 1st of October to the 31st of October. This promotion will be as a COVID-19 relief, our response, as we have responded before during the pandemic. In the lockdown season, we are out serving our customers. Now we introduce our over and beyond promotion. No installation, no deposit, no setup costs. All you pay is the package that you choose. If you choose the 30 megs package, which is $143 per month, that's all you pay. City Wi-Fi is here for you.
It's the new and improved SKN Newsline Android mobile app. With the SKN Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SKN Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises. This is the Premier League Live Halftime Show.
Welcome back to the halftime show, where we do a bit of analysis, give you some information, have a nice little chit chat, and bring you up to speed what's happening off the field in particular. But before we get into the game tonight, last night we called some scores. We always like to push the youth, so just in case you missed it, we want to call it scores of the youth competitions and the female competition ongoing with the SKNFA. These matches took place at Sandy Point last week. This weekend they'll be at Keon from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, where on the 13th, on the 15th we'll be playing. During the week, on the 17th we'll be playing, and the female competition is also on. So here we go with some information from the youth competition. In under 17, Village defeated Sandy Point 8-1. Keon defeated Youth and Experience from St. Paul. In the under 13, Strikers defeated Sandy Point 4-1. Spurs 3 Newtown and Bath ending in a tie. In the under 15, Newtown defeated Bath 6-1. In the under 13, this one in the middle of the week, not Saturday as usual. Newtown 12-2 over Connery and St. Paul's 2-0 over St. Peter's. Just one match, Keon defeated the national under 15 team 6-1. That's it on the youth and the female side. Now let me hear from my football analysts, Al and LeSean. Al, what do you make of the game so far? St. Paul's comfortable?
It's a comfortable lead by St. Paul's. I think it's an easy walk in the park, I must say. I mean, St. Paul's is a team, known for holding up the ball, playing all whoop one, as they call it, whoop one. But I change the St. Paul celebrate tonight. I see him actually building the ball from the back, building inside the middle, pushing the ball out to the number 11. I'm going on the other side to the number 7. I'm searching myself, searching from left to right, And I see, for me, I must say, in the finals, FA Cup finals, I don't want to call it too early, but based on the performance tonight by Monkey Hill, it's going to be an easy win for St. Paul's.
Well, unless St. Peter's can come with something, we're seeing how they spring them in forward. They're looking to free Cook and Harris, Gavaya down the right side, sometimes on the left side, and Simon. So they see Handman to the goal corner, but so far tonight it's not working. But interestingly enough, we see it's called.
Yes, the substitutions we've had thus far in this game, they have been both forced. I think each team had one. That would be a concern, especially as we go into the latter part of the season. You won't want to lose much starters. No, this is a bad time to lose starting players, but the 5 substitution rule, I think, would give teams an opportunity to stretch their resources and use their players wisely.
Yeah, I was looking for the points tables where everything seems to be rather congested, and I'm sure that people like Sadlers, people like Spurs,
and St. Peter's,
people like OR and Newtown will be hoping that St. Paul's really beat upon St. Peter's. So that to keep that thing.
Goal average come into play. Goal average and goal difference might come into play.
Tell us a bit about that race there. You still think Spurs, after the performance tonight, has the fifth secured?
Yeah, I think Spurs will make it show. Spurs is a team, experienced team. Yeah, even though they didn't perform well tonight against St. Pete and against Elko Limited, police force. I think Spurs still got the edge. I think they got OO to play next, OR, and maybe Mantab, I believe. No, not Mantab. Or somebody. Village Weekend, OR, and I think it's Monkill left to play.
Tell us what happened today, because I understand that they made it all. And security forces for the large part played with a man down. That's all.
A man does his first half. Wow. Yeah, I think the police force scored first. A man pick up 1-0 first, and then Spurs came back later in the game, scored to equalize, and went up ahead. And so half there was 2-1 in favor of Spurs.
Wow. And they did not hold on to the lead. Went down, lost a point. Losing a point was a very valuable point for
Spurs.
Well, at the bottom of the table now, we see security forces and Mantab tied on points. Mantab remain above them with a better goal difference, but both of them are in the deficit in the goal difference category. Trafalgar plays tomorrow in a crucial game against Old Road, a game where Old Road, based on what's happening here tonight, Old Road could make a match, and St.
Peter's got all at 21 points.
Yes, Trafalgar could put some daylight between themselves
and
at the bottom of the table. So
it's interesting.
so every game matters as it boils down to in the Premier Division this season.
Well, just to clarify what you were saying in terms of Spurs, after security forces, Spurs will have to play Village, your team, Al.
Your Village, yeah.
And we'll come back to you now. We won't get you getaway tonight. Then St. Paul's, then Keon.
Oh.
And OR Jets. Which is why the 3 points tonight was so important for them. Because they have 3 very tough matches in there, out of 4 left.
Yeah, and the last 4 games will be very, very tough.
And you're saying OR Jets is not such a walk
in the park.
Yes.
OR Jets is not a bottom place team.
Yes.
So Spurs, they really have to go back to the drawing board and come back with some real energy to play against Village, St. Paul's, Keon, OR Jets in that order. So it's not so a walk in the park for them. OR Jets, on the other hand, did have security forces.
Yeah.
Sadler security forces.
The game against Sadlers will be a big game. The game against Sadlers will be a big game for OR Jets. That would be.
Yeah, that would be a turning point, a crucial point there. A crucial point for them.
Earlier too, we indicated that those of you who are logging on to the websites and going through SKN Newsline and seeing points table and Strictly Sports and so on, you'd notice there is a match shaded in red, the Newtown OR match, and I was earlier suggesting to Al that the match is under protest, and the only one who would protest a result would be the team that lost on the day.
Yeah.
Newtown defeated OR on the field. About 2 weeks ago, 2-1. The man Rumpy scored a very, very good goal. But my understanding and my speculation from experience, it must be an ineligible player or an official. And in that case, if OR gets those points, it will be overturned 3-0 in their favor.
Putting St. Peter's under pressure.
Different St. Peter's under pressure.
Wow.
Under pressure.
Wow.
So that's the state of the mid-tables. It's really, really tight going. St. Paul's is leading 2-0 here against St. Peter's. If the score line remains that way, it wouldn't do any good for St. Peter's. It will keep that mid-table tight and exciting, like very exciting race, a race that you should come to. I keep saying that. Come to the park and see how these teams will escape relegation or barely squeak into the top seed. But for now, we'll go back down to Master Control and come back to more commentary in the second half.
This is the Premier League Live Halftime Show. Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble.
My name is Zakir Newman. I am the director of City Wi-Fi. I'm here to announce to the general public that we have a promotion running from the 1st of October to the 31st of October. This promotion will be as a COVID-19 relief, our response, as we have responded before during the pandemic. In the lockdown season, we are out serving our customers. Now we introduce our over and beyond promotion. No installation, no deposit, no setup cost. All you pay is the package that you choose. So if you choose the 30 megs package, which is $143 per month, that's all you pay. City Wi-Fi is here for you.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch our news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Play about the game in the second half. The St. Paul's, as I usually say, large and in charge, 2-0. We see some substitutions coming on now. Man, number 19 and number 18, Tajo Clark comes in. We didn't.
I think leader out.
Yes.
And Ramo Francis.
And the
Omar Francis.
So it's definitely a rotation play here, being applied by St. Paul's. Resting some starters and giving some starters 45 minutes and giving others the second half. So
Daryl challenger number 19 is a very familiar face for football in St. Paul's. No rookie. Here comes Jamal Jeffrey with a big ball upfield. Finds the chest of from left to right. Keynes, Laibod, Kalanji.
yes, 2-0. We've yet to see St. Peter show up for this game. They had been flat in the first half. They hadn't found themselves as yet in this encounter, and St. Paul's took advantage on 2 occasions to take the lead. And as we've been saying all along, points are very important for teams like St. Peter's, who are battling for the final playoff spot. Yes, yes. Yes, another well-worked opportunity there by St. Paul's. Freeman finding space on the left, crossing with his stronger left foot, finding Clark on the right-hand side of the 18-yard box, but his shot was non-existent.
You can really see the St. Paul coaching staff really experimenting. Now they've gone opposite. They've the 11th position.
And here we have St. Paul's with a free kick on the right hand side. So let's see if I'll.
There's on the right hand side, and again they use a left footer. They bring touch o'clock this time. Gillitin, but near post, headed away by the St. Peter's defense. Warrington.
Well said, Dixon. Well said.
Yes. But this time St. Peter's defended it well, but it goes out for a corner to St. Paul's.
Well, you have to learn your lesson if you're observant. In calling corner, Gums takes it. Just threatening the heart a little as he went up to take it. Defender showing some fancy footwork, got on his man but couldn't get past the line. Govaya now tracks back. Still 2 goals to nil. Only goals in the second half of the marquee match, St. Peter's versus St. Paul's.
Yes, and if St. Peter's have any hopes of coming back in this game, they'll have to make a move early in the second half.
Volley coming from the man Nurse. Yes, 2 good feet on him. Strong-bodied Nurse. Used to play for St. Peter's, only this year playing for St. Paul's for the first time. They take it short. We wouldn't get into the reasons tonight as to why players move from their community teams to another community. But here comes St. Peter's giving the ball away. St. Paul's into the same man Nurse, former St. Peter's player. In fact, the Nurse and Harris control that team for quite a while. Cross comes in, head, and the ball just passes upright from Freeman. Had a free header. Disappointed with himself, getting up slowly.
Yes, he was free just outside the 6-yard box, and he was all alone. 9 times out of 10, a player the quality of Kito Freeman, you would think would bury that, but this time he could only find space on the wrong side of the crossbar.
We're looking to dribble it. Loses out to a number of St. Paul's players. Dan Wiley is one of them. Dan Wiley goes forward to Freeman. Freeman can spring Dan Wiley forward on the right flank. He controls it now. Steps it forward to Freeman. This could be dangerous. Freeman on his right foot. Crosses. Blocked by St. Peter's. Freeman can get it back. Freeman shields. Uses his wide body to shield the ball. Then he crosses again. Blocked. Good position on that occasion by the St. Peter's defense that prevented all that danger.
Yes, Freeman again running into space, empty space, with no defender around him, but again he failed to make the St. Peter's defense pay. As St. Paul's win another corner. Yes, Freeman getting a ball there from Danwai but he had escaped the defenders in the build-up, but his cross couldn't beat the first defender as the corner comes in, and what seemingly should have been an easy catch for the goalkeeper was dropped, but he was.
Because he's outside of.
Yes.
Long ball from. Race for it. Warrington using his body to shield Kalanje, and wins the wrestling match, loses the ball, foul to St. Peter's.
Yes, we see Clark now being occupied on the right hand side in the second half and still causing St. Peter's the same troubles he did in the first half.
Govaya again dribbling. Govaya this time chips it up to Simmons. Simmons trying to find Harris. Just there, Petrez goes to the safety roads and knocks it back to Jamal Jeffers. Big wood one downfield. Harris is there. Gets the first ball but hits it to. That is what he's famous for. 3 goals to nil.
Coach Abo, I won't say anything. I'm speechless. I won't say anything. This This is the man of the hour.
Yes.
This is the man of the hour, hands down. I won't say anything.
He is now the leading goal scorer in the Premier Division with one of the best goals I've seen this season. He chested down a long ball, route one. Yeah. Well, as I said, not mistake.
Made a mistake there.
Control.
Bazi Harris.
Control turn.
Not able to get to him. Not able to get to the shot.
Yes, and the ball when it sit up, when he turned, it sat up well for a left-footed strike, and we know he has one of the most dangerous left foot.
Yeah, he said
he hit it as sweet as you can hit a football, and the keeper stood no chance.
Hey, Coach Abo, I'm anticipating Freeman is sinking team in the next year match. I want to see the combination between him and Sawyers and the guys.
St. Peters, Rashid Hodge intercepting, Jamal Jeffers cleaning up.
Well,
another long kick downfield. This time searching for Deontay, but he doesn't reach the specific target.
Well, if Freeman continues to perform like this, it will be difficult for the selectors to leave him out of any of a national team if he continues to put in the kind of performances he has been this season.
The last time the discussion came up, I almost got in trouble saying there might be other reasons apart from football why Freeman is not even in a national setup. Here comes again, but this time he's offside. And even that he scores. Offside goal. Well,
you would always encourage the strikers to put everything in the back of the net to get that feeling. Even when he doesn't count, so kudos to Freeman.
But Coach Abo, when you look at St. Paul's team on a whole, besides the football playing, besides Arson Nurse, right? Every single player here from St. Paul's here lived in St. Paul's here.
Not so correct because you have
Hodge, maybe Hodge, yeah.
The Leibold brothers.
Yeah, Leibold brothers.
And Rashid has been there for them for quite some time.
For some time.
That has gone out the window now, Al. Every player is moving around. Every community in St. Kitts. That has gone out the window. You can't say all of Keon players from Keon anymore. You can't say all of village players from
that's true. Majority of St. Paul's.
I think village started it. Way back when, probably before you were born.
Yeah, maybe.
When Kayambo's brother,
Jason.
left Newtown and went to play for
Village, yeah.
I think that was the start of it.
Oh, a penalty! A penalty! Oh my! Linesman reach down. A penalty. Assistant.
Flag unindicated by PK for St. Peters.
Basso is approaching assistant referee for discussion.
And immediately he moved. Well, really, the referee couldn't see that one because of his position and where the ball was angled. It was directly in front of the referee assistant, and Basso satisfied himself that the ball was really handled. With the news, almost everything, once it's at a natural position, ball goes to the spot. We here are searching for the VAR. We don't have it as yet. We'll have to use the local VAR by consulting people in the crowd. But Coquelin Harris will take it. Jamal Jeffers stopped 2 penalties in the knockout semi-finals. He's very good, a very good sharp stopper. Harris doesn't look too confident. Looks a little nervous. A little mind game going on now between Jamal and Harris.
Oh, and the coach is shouting Kwan. And the coach is shouting Kwan. To change the kicker. It could be a change of kicker here.
That would be a good move because Harris doesn't look
and change the kicker. Coach Abo, he listen you.
Kwan steps up. Kwan comes in, kicks it to the other side, in the back of the net. Good shot. Confident kicker. Harris looked nervous.
I think the last minute change probably even helped Tyrrell because he didn't have enough time to think about it. He just had to run up and take the shot. So I got back into this game by St. Peters.
I said it earlier. He's a very good player. He's Taekwondo Tyrrell. Kept rather quiet tonight. maybe not being able to get the service back from his other players. Whenever he sends the ball forward, they cannot find him for the second ball. But I saw him play in the Sekis National Under 23 team, and he had a very superlative goal and a very good game. St. Paul's, it's now 3-1. They go down to Route 1. Warrington is there. Kalanje takes over. Tobias grabs him. Take one table, square pass. Adrian. Diagonal pass to the right side. Isaac goes further wide. Finds Simmons. Simmons knocked to the ground. Referee's not impressed. Play goes on. Leibert, the younger variety. Leibert, the older variety.
Yes, ball picked up here by Tyrrell for St. Peter's. He beats the first defender, but the ball goes out of touch, goes into touch for a throw-in for St. Paul's. Tyrrell is not impressed by that decision by the linesman on the far side, but it's a throw-in to St. Paul's in their defensive half. A throw-in. It comes now. It goes back to that's Petrus, a long ball up to Freeman, who now collects. He beats the first defender, but he can't beat the second. He can't beat the second, and the ball goes into touch for a throw-in for St. Paul's, deep in the defensive half of St. Peter's.
Yes, they're all the way down in line with the box. Tajo Clark, one of the smaller men in the pack, coming for the big throw. Doesn't take it big, goes back to safety for his challenger. Challenger puts it down, then crosses the ball. Let's go. Go ahead. First ball. Blue clear on the second ball. Let's fast challenge. Knees it over to the man on the far side, Leibert. Deontay. Fighting. Losing. St. Peter's wins it. Adrian turns nicely. Then he goes upfield, but only could find maroon and black shirts. Jamal takes it, settles it, forces the man to come forward, takes 5 seconds off the clock. Then the big kick downfield. Kalanje. Chest pass to Leibert. Leibert losing out to Kavaya. Kavaya trying to go forward with Taekwondo Tyrrell. Two players converge, giving it to Jamal. Jamal clears as far as Leibert. Leibert to Nurse. Nurse tries a return pass. It doesn't work. Simmons takes over. Simmons to Harris. Harris shoots it goalward. Jamal is there, monitoring and ensuring that it goes over the crossbar.
Yes, good energy there by St. Peter's. Good creativity there. The ball landed sweetly for Kirkland Harris at the top of the box. His turn. He tries to pull off his best imitation of Freeman, but it didn't come off as good as Freeman's did. But a good sign for St. Peter's here. A good bit of energy, a good bit of desperation here in a game they're down 2 goals in.
The best play he made for the night, though. Ball won and lost by St. Peter's. Petrus finding himself a little bit advanced. Tracks back now. Hands over to Clark. Tajo Clark. Leibert. Nurse. Leibert. Sliding across the box. Freeman is there. Gums comes out and gets it just in time.
Yes, almost every time the ball goes to Kito Freeman, it almost seems as if yes. and the St. Peter's players will have to find an answer for this if they want to mount a comeback in this encounter.
Looped up by St. Peter's, one by St. Paul's. Possession, dispossession. Freeman fighting. It looks like he was in an outside position. He was knocked to the ground. Ball goes into touch for a corner. By our count here is about corner number 4.
For St. Paul's.
St. Paul's. Haven't seen a goal from a set piece as yet. But just after the goal, St. Peter scored their penalty. They had a little bit of energy. They look a little bit more lively. Oh.
Offside call also.
Yes, offside call, but the defender there for St. Peter's.
It looked like more shoulder than face.
Yes, I think the shock factor.
Ricochet off his shoulder to face.
Would have been the key there, and not necessarily pain, but the shock of having the ball hit you from such closer distance.
Harris waiting to the last moment to go to his right back. Gordon chips it over, finds Adrian. Adrian puts it down. Adrian loops it up. They're making a mess of it in the back there. Finally, pushed out to Tyrrell. Tyrrell to Adrian. Adrian to Bazzi. Bazzi has some space. He has some time. Goes to his left back, Warrington. Warrington goes back inside to Bazzi. Bazzi leads off to Adrian. Adrian goes forward. Tadjo intercepts. Challenger picks up. Challenger control. Challenger stretches the man forward. Harris reads it. Harris robs it. Harris passes it. Finds Nisbet. Sorry, that's not Nisbet. That's his friend Isaac. Chips over. Simmons. Heads go up. Rashid Hodge. Winning out the crossbar.
And caller number 4 for St. Peter's.
Yes, a good opportunity here for St. Peter's to get players forward, get players in the box, and give the attackers something to latch on to, and hopefully.
What if they can score now?
Then it would
3-2.
3-2.
Then they would set up a dramatic finish for this game. A game St. Paul's up 3-0. You wouldn't expect much from the opposition because the St. Paul's a team that don't normally give up much.
Fighting away from it, snapping away the heels of the St. Paul's defense. Basu says they're forwarding the men. Basu asks for a free kick. He's in charge, so whatever he asks for, he will get. Pulls the players back. This will be a big left footed out. This one will be opposite to what St. Paul's tried.
Yes, I was saying.
Left footing calling away from the goal. And all the players banked up on the far post. Nobody back for the second ball. So they're going to be a mad rush at it. Jamal Jeffers is trying to cheat a bit. Coming off his line, giving up the near post on his goal. And the ball comes up, the heads go up and drop onto the foot of a St. Peter's player after Jamal tries to reach it. Maybe that's one of his only weak areas, that long, high looping ball.
Going away from him.
Going away from him. That's probably one of his only weak areas. But other than that, excellent shot stopper, excellent vocalist in the back there. Control the game.
Excellent leader too.
Yes.
Excellent all-round footballer. Because I could recall a game last season where he played in the outfield.
In the outfield, yeah, that's true. I think, right.
and that was the difference last week with the penalty, because he's known to be a striker, but I don't think Val can make such claims. We're referring to the penalty kicks between Cairn and St. Paul's in the FA Cup semi-finals.
Yep.
And here we have a set of instructions coming from St. Paul's. Keynes. Kalange. Losing out to Gavaya. Gavaya up, trying to find Simmons. Simmons has, Rashid has monitoring him very, very closely. That 1-1 went all the way back to Jamal. Jamal decides to take some time off the clock. Gets up now. A little friendly gesture. With the man they call Cartoon. Big kick downfield. Kalange speeding away. Kalange needs some afterburners to catch that one.
He needs some from Freeman.
Yes,
Malik Clark.
From Jeffers, as we've been saying, he's a brilliant footballer. And a pass like that strengthens our case towards his footballing ability. A pass like that to unlock the defense, although it was too much for Clark in the end. The idea, the vision behind it was good.
just take a look at this stranger by St. Paul's. Malik Clark. The last 3 games he came off the bench, he scored. That's stats. He on tonight again for the fourth.
Including in the knockout game.
Yes.
Take until making good progress. As I said, St. Peter's always keeping him close. St. Paul's kept him very, very close tonight. And from the moment he picks up the ball, you see Danwai, you see Clark latching onto you. But he won the free kick this time. Adrian over to Govaya. Govaya up to Taekwondo. Misdirected pass, errant pass. St. Paul's comes with it down, 1-on-1. Freeman and Warrington. Warrington has a pole position. He allows it to run out. Allows it to run out. Takes the throw. Goes to his keeper, Gums over the ball to work past him. Pass the goal out, finds Bazzi. Lost the drive. Trying to find Isaac. St. Paul's wins it. Solange. Come back to the 11th position. St. Peter's wins out, finds Govaya. Again choosing to dribble. Ill advised. St. Paul's takes over. Solange, Danwai, and Keynes. Sharing the ball. Now Danwai goes forward. Finds Malik trying to make Allah profit. Gets into the box. Goes to the ground. Doesn't get the penalty but get a corner instead.
Yes, and we see Malik taking up position on the right hand side of attack for St. Paul's, pushing Kalanji over to the left hand side where he started the game.
Yes, Malik is now in the 7, but the corner comes in, drops it. Petrovich tries to save it, but knocked into touch for a goal kick anyway. So we are saying just a bit of tactical changes from St. Paul's with the introduction of Malik Clark. He's now in the 7th position. Kalanji has gone to the 11. Malik is all over the place. Fresh. He has a bundle of energy. Simmons, he pushed from behind from Petres. One thin body versus a broad body. Free kick to St. Peter's. 3 goals. He was gone down a little bit again in terms of energy. Here they come. Big clearance from Jolo challenge. Partial header from Kyrie Harris. Warrington will not get that. Not unless you have a discussion with Lucy and Vote.
Yes, well, as I said, the way they started the game, they got pretty flat. They had a good 5 to 10 minute spell there where they had St. Paul's under some pressure, but since they've gone pretty flat.
Taking it on the second attempt. Keeping it away from St. Paul's strikers. Still in the lead, 3 goals to 1. Petres has some space, looks up, stops it, goes back to Jamal Jeffers. Jamal, touch, into Rashid. Rashid looked like he was ready for that one, and so loses out. No, it's cleaned up by Kalanje, who's gone back to the 7 again. Gets away from the man, Kalanje, goes to the round Warrington, eats him as we would say. Passes now. Warrington gets back enough to block the ball. Throwing.
Yes, we see Clark there for St. Paul's causing some more trouble down the right hand side this time for St. Paul's. St. Peter's would be sick at the sight of him and Freeman.
Here is St. Paul's with the lead and with the ball. Keynes, Rob partially fights back for it, gets it back to Basu is not happy. Basu was saying that Keynes was pulled down. And as we said, whatever Basu says goes. He's in charge. And again, St. Paul's go back to their training ground. Bring in a left footer. Have an in-calling free kick from the right side. Player stacked up on the far side again. Ball only goes to the near post. This time Freeman comes there, knocks it over, and the ball in the back of the net.
I'm a profit, Al. Coach Abo say I'm a profit. And Manny Clark again. Manny Clark back in the net again. Right and say free kick. Manny Clark. Flick on my Freeman. Manny Clark again. The game before, a cross by Aidan Nose. Freeman flick on. Manny Clark again. Same thing. Rehearsal. Easy. 1, 2, 3, Coach Abo.
That's good analytical down there by in the first half. If those who missed it, he said that St. Paul score most of their set pieces from the right hand side, and
Coach Abo stand
and he
left foot. Coach Abo still stand.
I can't believe I'm not listening to the commentary. To allow Freeman to get that unchallenged header, knocks it over, and Malik Clark reading the play, following up very much, looking for rebounds, looking for ever scraps, back heels it into the goal to give St. Paul's 4 goals to 1. Here again, looking for number 5. This time cleared by Harris. Fast Bazi. Bazi blocked by Norse. Malik Clark gives it back to Norse. Norse plays with it. Drag steps it over to Freeman, but this time Freeman is not able to handle that one. Comes, picks it up. Here is Simmons from the big goal kick. Finds help in Govaya. Govaya speeding on the flank, trying to get in the box. He does so now. Turns back. Get a shot on goal. It goes over the crossbar.
But Coach Abo, from the start of the game, I've been saying Monkey look flat. You look, I don't know, I mean the energy look very low. I don't know if the saving for the FA Cup. I don't know what's on the mind, but just ain't look ready to play.
Yes,
it doesn't make sense.
Yes, I tell you that they look flat. They had some patches where they showed some energy, they showed some desperation, they showed some creativity, but for the most part of the game they look shy, they look like they don't want to play this evening for the most part.
That's rather unfortunate, because we always say when the game starts you're supposed to at least go in level pegging. Even though you think the team is better than you, you don't show them that you think they're better than you. The ball is round, both teams playing with 11.
Yes, and considering that St. Paul's are fairly safe in the playoff standing, and St. Peter's, as we've been saying all night, are looking to cement their spot. It's unfortunate for them to put out this type of performance.
Well, we also noted that he insulted some players who were playing for the very first time, so they want to prove that they're worthy of their places. And so that's where the energy would come from. People like Danwai Lebanon and his brother, they don't normally start.
Zidane don't normally start.
Correct. Here you see now in the midfield, trying to control things. Robbed by St. Peter's, Adrian. Adrian looks a little bit ungainly, but he's very effective inside there.
Yes.
Big throw, downfield, clearance, Harris. Is that a corner?
Throwing. And just to add the to St. Peter's starting lineup. No Azim, Stevens out an injury. I think
Yes.
Azim out an injury
Yes.
as well.
Stevens-
And Fai,
Stevens
the
is
right
in
hand
a
side.
cast.
Yeah.
He should be out of the cast by 2 weeks or so.
Fai still out to an injury. Fai, the right hand side, the
Yes.
number 11 player.
Yes.
So 3 crucial players out an injury for Monkey. So injuries again. Injuries after injuries.
Your team suffered a lot from
Yeah,
that.
still suffering.
And still suffering. As a village superstars, Coach Alwich was a village superstars. Tonight he had tonight as a commentator at SK Newsline. Here is St. Paul's, still in control, 4-1. They're leading. Comfortable at the back. Petres knocking it around to the left side. Tajo Clark for the left. That looks like Malik. Malik Clark is fancying his chances against Gordon. Gordon is standing strong. Strong tackle coming in from Clark. Eventually, Gordon gets it back, but he's fouled. Ball taken quickly. St. Peter's. Harris. Take one Tyrrell. Dribbles forward. Chips it forward. Knocked down by Petres. Knocked away by Clark onto the body of Simmons. Throwing to St. Paul's.
Yes, St. Paul's this evening dominating the Battle of the Saints. St. Peter's very, very flat for the encounter so far.
Right side break attempted by St. Peter's. Again they come. Again they lose out. This time Petres. Quickly down to Malik. Malik has two ahead of him. Freeman, Kalanji. Now joined by Petres. Missed by Petres. Given back to St. Paul's. North. Warrington covering the center as a good left back should do. Finds Govaya. He walks on the ball. A little wrestling match. Keynes. Guilty of fouling. Govaya now finds room to get a screen pass off to Bazzi. Bazzi goes to the right side. Simmons picks it up. Rather slow, pedantic going here. Now some speed, now some pace. Getting urgent, down the right flank, looking to cross. Does so now. Easy ball for Petres. Knocks it out, but only as far as Gordon. Gordon scuffs it, then crosses. Keynes. Decent ball back, easy ball back for Jamal to grab out of the air. Now, route one, big ball downfield. Trouble. The ball hit the back of Harris, and Baz is able to pick it up.
Yes, a very effective clearance from the back here by Harris. But we see long ball again from the goalkeeper. Down to Freeman and causing trouble for St. Peter's again. And as we see Anthony Nets Isaac for St. Peter's jumping on the number 77 here for not chasing after a ball. And it's an indication of how St. Peter's have been all evening. We've been saying it that they've looked flat. They have not seemed desperate. They have not seemed like a team who wants to win and play and get 3 points this evening.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dixon. I agree with you. I think they were really flat tonight. I'm very disappointing. I mean, to see Monkey the team always compete, and tonight they just look out of it. I don't know the reason why, but they just look completely out of it from start to end. Completely out of it.
Recall too that the two first changes were due to injury on either side. Lyndon David Jr. went out injured. So I don't know. We've had discussions with that in coaching circles of how do you periodize your team even in season. At the very start of the season we saw a lot of hamstring injury. Now we're seeing players going down. We don't know what exactly, but they go down and they simply cannot continue. The substitution is made, even in the first half.
Yeah, Coach, and it take me back to coming up in the playoffs. The Super 6 going to be a different intensity. And players struggling now. Come Super 6, I don't know. I like to team in a deep team in depth.
Yeah.
You know, you could be in some trouble.
Yeah, the Super 6, that's another 5 games for each.
Yeah,
team.
5.
So you'll definitely have to exhaust all your squad players.
Yeah, resources.
For that period.
Well, the bigger squads are able to rotate some of the players, as you see St. Paul's doing tonight. Nurse didn't start for the very first time. You see him on the ball. This time Harris chooses to foul Freeman. Substitution. That one might have been in anger from the coach.
Yes. After the play, they played the previous play there where was it Govaya?
It was Govaya.
He didn't chase down the ball, and he got a verbal lashing from his coach, and within seconds he substituted. But here comes Kalanji, dispossessed by the
youngster Adrian. Thomas looks like Tobias. Says it's foul for Simmons. Simmons can get in the box. One touch is in the box. Trying to get a shot and goal. The ball nicked off of the player, and it looks as if it didn't nick off the player. It went straight towards the near post. Jamal Jeffers' insurance ended up tangled in the net. A bit humorous.
A bit selfish there by Simmons for St. Peter's. I think he had more time than he thought he did. He a bit of energy there from the entire St. Peter's team catching St. Paul's on the break. Simmons, I think he had a few options in Isaac and someone else I can't remember on the right hand side. I think he could have been more patient and found across another option at least.
Yet again, another fresh player coming in for St. Paul's. He's on the ball now. First touch, a poor touch. Kwame Challenger, known in cricket circles as a hard-hitting young batsman. Something to Al. That's what he keeps, I think. But here he's playing football. As we all do in St. Kitts Nevis, we play all the sports. They are available to us. We just might see him on a basketball court too.
Well, it's good for these young players, these young athletes to move around and find what their niche is and then stick to the one they love or the one they're best at. But St. Peter's here. If you were to ask me, I would think St. Peter's playing with 10 men with the amount of space
St. Paul's enjoying, yeah.
Maybe even 9. The amount of space.
Nice back heel back to Kwame. Kwame Challenger getting a good pass into Challenger. Challenger slightly down the left flank. Picked off by Harrison, look like. Tackle coming in from Kwame. Simmons trying to get free. Simmons has a little bit of room. Simmons goes on the inside, finds Taker Tyrrell. Taker slides it over to Isaac. Isaac leads on to the young fella Tobias. Tobias goes into the box. Clearance from Keynes. Warrington makes a mess of it, much again to the chagrin of the St. Peter's fans.
Dixon, a bit of action here. A bit of entertainment.
Yeah, a bit of entertainment. I'm Challenger who came on for St. Paul's. He has had a for 2 minutes thus far. He has had a terrible touch that gave away the ball, and then he had a sliding tackle that he almost took out the St. Peter's player. So, an eventful 2 minutes here for Challenger thus far. And he is on the ball again.
You know, players like these balls always follow them. Awkward looking cross in the box, there's no one there.
Yes, whenever you're having after, the ball always follow you. The camera always.
A bit of butterfly, Coach Pat.
Yes, and I guess that's the issue when players who don't have to.
The ball, Tajo Clark, Idnos turns to his right foot. Freeman in, Freeman tackled.
Offside.
Oh, Freeman is offside.
Finally, he's been stopped by offside.
Yes, that seems the only way he has been stopped this evening by the referee's whistle.
Going to the ground, tackle, clean tackle is a clearance. Short clearance that is. Finds Warrington. Tobias shows a little flair. Getting away from his defender. Passes it off. Then frees himself on the far side. A little physical battle in the midfield. Malik Clark comes out with it. Danwa trying to spring Freeman free. Freeman getting in the mix of things. But cleared finally by Harris. Harris was urging his keeper to come for that one, and the ensuing argument just from the women's stretcher, you know that it's not nice words.
Yes, was that we won't be advised to repeat. Yes, so, but I think that encapsulates the night St. Peter's have been having. No kind of energy, no kind of urgency in their play, and it reflects in the scoreline 4-1 to St. Paul's. Sorry.
Let's go back to the entertainment man, Mr.
Challenger.
When he came on, they pushed back Jello into the 4 and allowed him to play the 6. Now he's at the 5, all over the place. Now we see him pushing up more of a 6 or 8. Tracks back now as Tobias having a good game since he came on.
Yes.
Turns his man on the inside, finds Harris. Harris speeds forward, goes over to the young man there, Isaac. Isaac hands off to Taekwondo Tyrrell. Taekwondo Tyrrell gives back to Tobias. So we'll go left to right, center, then back to left. St. Peter's. Fancy footwork by Tobias. He gets forward, but Malik is having none of that. Malik clears. Throwing to St. Peter's. Simmons. Taekwondo. Simmons. Turns. Simmons has a shot. And Jamal is there.
Yes,
Route 1 now. Back to Route 1. Back to Route 1.
Battling
Back
away.
to Route 1.
Freeman.
Oh, this is penalty.
Penalty.
No doubt about it. The Route 1
Back to Route 1. Up in the head.
And doing
And Jamal is celebrating. The goalkeeper is celebrating. With 3 minutes extra time left, it could be 5-1.
Back to Route 1.
Yes.
Last day moment. 88 minute. Route 1. Penalty.
From the hands of Jamal into the box of St. Peter's. Freeman is battling away. Freeman goes to the ground. Basso goes for his whistle.
But Coach, who could stop Route 1? Who could stop Route 1?
You don't have to stop it. Allow them to play it, but prepare for it.
Okay.
Yes,
St. Peter's defense was not prepared for that just now.
Yes.
So it comes quickly out. The kick comes quickly out of the Jamal's hand.
Yes.
So whenever Jamal picks up the ball, you prepare for it in the defense.
But Coach, is every team?
Yes.
Every single
Freeman,
team.
we'll take this one. We'll look to
He
put his tally even forward.
Too clear
Here
now.
comes shot
In
in the back of the net.
A hat trick.
Hat
It
trick.
was too clear.
That's-
The golden boot race.
And then you throw hat trick for the season.
Yes,
You throw hat trick for the season, right?
Yes. Yeah, he has a few hat tricks.
Unstoppable.
But if you see a man like that who's scoring that many goals season after season and is not in the national setup, it must tell you that there are matters outside of football to deal with him.
Yep.
The last time I said that, I almost got in trouble, but it's a fact.
It's a fact.
We won't go into all the details now, but let's hope that he has gotten over all these troubles and we could see somebody like a body like that in a national lineup.
Yes, guys, because it's very, very rare. We see players from St. Kitts and Nevis with that height and size, and at the international level. We have to see the smaller, quicker players, but a player like Freeman could be a big asset for the St. Kitts and Nevis national team.
And some of the fans are leaving. I don't know if it's the St. Paul's fans said this one is over, or the St. Peter's fans who said they had enough. They're not waiting until the 3 minutes pass.
Well, usually, me personally, I have a 3-goal rule. Where once I don't have to work on the game, I have no reason to be here. Once a team goes up by 3, I'm out.
Here comes Tobias, giving away to Keynes. Keynes giving away to Tyrrell. Still trying to get something out of the game. St. Peter's, are they? Or are they just waiting until the whistle goes? Crossing, Harris. Let's go up. Someone gets it. Can I get any purchase in it? Just puts it there for Keynes to steal. Keynes, Nurse, Clark. Combination. Could this be number 6? Simon gets free. Freeman goes to his right side. Man slams it down to 4th Street. That's the weak side.
That's the best defense played on Freeman all night, his right hand side.
That's also a means of stopping him, allowing him to go right. Because we know that right foot is now nowhere as deadly as the left.
Opposite, it would have been in the back of the net.
Yes.
Oh yes. If that one was on the left side, the inside left channel, that certainly would have been in the back of the net. Basso has enough, St. Peter's has enough, and St. Paul's is very happy. 5-1. Freeman 3, Mali Clark 1, and Kalanja Clark 1. Penalty scored by Taekwondo Tyrrell. We go on for master control and come back for a little after the game analysis.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble.
My name is Zacchaeus Newman. I am the director of City Wi-Fi. I'm here to announce to the general public that we have a promotion running from the 1st of October to the 31st of October. This promotion will be as a COVID-19 relief, our response, as we have responded before during the pandemic. In the lockdown season, we are out serving our customers. Now we introduce our over and beyond promotion. No installation, no deposit, no setup costs. All you pay is the package that you choose. So if you choose the 30 megs package, which is $143 per month, that's all you pay. City Wi-Fi is here for you.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Well, the game ended 5-1, as you heard. Freeman, once again, won amok among the St. Peter's defense. He got 3 goals, and it really amused the crowd. And of course, the man beside me, Al Richards, was the prophet, the big pundit for the night. He called the goals even before they happened. Al, tell us a bit about that.
Coach Boy, I talk about coaching education. I mean, is a factor. I mean, a man like me who qualify, I mean, a CONCACAF coach. I mean, do all that match analyst. I mean, here every weekend, watch every game. So you ought to know the teams and the players and how they play. Dixon, you know what I mean? Knowing St. Paul is very strong from the in-swinger. The free kicks from the right hand side. You got the guy Petrus Williams or Clark will come over to take the in-swinger, finding Freeman and the near post run. Every single time it happen. Majority of the time, a goal come from it. A goal. If Melly Clark come off the bench, he normally score again. He and Freeman got combination art again. It happened in the game against, in the FA Cup game gone the other day. Freeman and to Melly Clark again, the same how he scored tonight. So it's something you got to pay close attention to for the best coaches and other teams.
Well, he did say that they would have another easy game, so to speak, according to the run of form. The next match is against Mantab. And so St. Paul's really sitting pretty and can do what they did tonight in exposing even down to the entertainer.
Kwame Challenger.
Kwame Challenger. Don't laugh. Some people start out as laughing stock and then come reach the stage where they can make a national squad.
That's true.
But I had Leshan pull up the tables for me after round 18. It's not completed yet. We have a game tomorrow in which Keon involved with Newtown. Newtown is one in controversy with the last set of points. And also South Stars is going to play OR. Those are two very important games. But Leshan, tell us more specifically what's happening in the middle of the tables there with the points.
Well, St. Peter's failing to get a point this evening. Now will sit 4 points behind Guyana Hotspurs in fifth. Guyana Hotspurs move on to 30 points with a draw this evening. So St. Peter's will remain in sixth on 26 points. Saddlers will remain in seventh and 23 points. Newtown tomorrow will have a chance to leapfrog Saddlers and go tie on points with St. Peter's and 26 because they are currently on 23 points. Old Road will also have the opportunity to maybe leapfrog Newtown for a brief period because they play before them and move on to 24 points, but they are currently on 21. So a lot of movement can take place tomorrow. As you say, it's really tangled in this middle part of the table.
Well, we allowed Mr. Richards to get away from our questionings at halftime, but there's no getting away this time. Yesterday, his team was under a lot of pressure from Saddlers. Saddlers eventually lost the game 1-0, but Saddlers can only blame themselves for excellent chances. Richards, they had you under pressure in the last part of the game.
Yes, Coach Boy. Injuries, the depth of our team. If you see last time we featured some of our youngsters late in the game. You know what I mean? Yes, Saddlers is a team always coming. You know that in the 70th minute, something like Sempa, similar to Sempa, they find the energy to come in the 70th minute. They just find a burst of energy, and it happened last night. We're creating some chances where I felt that Saddlers going to score and go up, but pray that Zagan was the man of the hour, making some big save for Village Superstars.
Oh yes, he should have been paid. Given his entire month's salary just for that one match last night. You talk about youngsters, and there were two right backs we saw in the national setup.
Under 17?
Whole
16 of age.
Both 16-year-olds. One was injured. But tell us a bit about the injury, if it's very serious. Or
no, I don't think it's serious. I think it's minor. You know what I mean? I think he got a knock on the calf. I tried to dribble out to get a knock on the calf. A bit of swelling, but I think it's minor.
That's wonderful. Good news to hear. Nothing like Lashan's friend, Mr. Janique Eddy. Tell us again what has happened to him.
Broken collarbone.
Wow.
He looks like he needs surgery, so I don't think we'll see him for
the season.
Season.
Wow.
Well, Saddlers will have to go to their bench to replace him. Last night they brought in Kimo Henry, who went to the number 2 spot, and the man who usually play out there came on the inside.
But that's a big move for Saddlers. Eddie is one of the main defenders.
Not only main defender, he's also an inspirational leader.
A captain.
Yes, captain. We often hear his mouth going from this vantage point. Something like Jamal. We always hear Jamal loud. Yes. So a rather easy game for St. Paul's we said tonight.
Yeah, easy.
And St. Peter's, I don't think they got off the bus. I think St. Paul's, early in the first half we said both teams look a bit shy. They don't want to come out. And then St. Paul's got the first goal, and they they put away that bashfulness and that shyness, and St. Peter's never did. They never showed the energy. They never showed the urgency as a team who fighting for a player spot. They just didn't have it this evening.
Well, we turn our attention to Monday when the round of 18 will be completed. That's South Stars and OR Jets, and I have the privilege of hosting this, so I'll put pressure on my co-hosts to ask them their predictions, and I'll make sure I write them down and hold them accountable. The predictions for tomorrow. Let's start with Dixon.
Well, tomorrow,
OR and South Stars.
Both teams had showed good form since the start of football. I believe both have something to play for. Old with a chance at playoffs. South Stars with a chance to put some space between them and the bottom two. So I will say I see it as probably a 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw kind of game.
Al?
Coach boy gonna be easy, Dixon. I said a draw. I said 1-0 South Stars tomorrow. South Stars tomorrow versus Overwood 1-0. South Stars. Favor South Stars.
Back over to Dixon. Cairn versus Newtown.
Cairn versus Newtown.
My head is down because I'm writing and make sure I'm putting this on record.
Cairn pretty comfortable. In the table. Newtown have something to fight for, but has been really inconsistent all season. Although I would normally take Newtown in this position, and seeing that Newtown would want to get some revenge on Cairn because of the previous time they played. I think Cairn won 5-2.
5 goals, yes. 5 goals.
Yes, so normally I would take Newtown in this spot, but seeing that I'm a Cairn man and I have biases, I would take Cairn 2-0.
Cairn 2-0. Al is the unbiased opinion. Let's hear.
I look left, I look right, Cairn. Look left, look right, Cairn. But in this one here, Coach Boy, I must say again Newtown. 1-0 Newtown. 1-0 to Newtown.
Yeah, in this spot, I think Newtown is a better team to go for if you're a betting person. Newtown is the team to target because, as I said, they have something to fight for.
Yep.
And fairly comfortable. And Newtown, the revenge factor, that's something you should never rule out.
Are you changing your mind?
Don't
make me scratch my paper. And so we have the predictions for tomorrow from both pundits for the games in round number 18, and that will complete the points table. We still see 4 teams very comfortable. Village, St. Paul's, Connery, Cairn, very comfortable. The real fight is with those bottom 5, so to speak. And the battle for relegation, that was so sweet today. When we saw South Stars being able to pull out a point. They celebrated at the end.
Police.
Sorry.
That's South Stars. Tomorrow is for South.
Security.
I didn't agree with me. Not yet.
I've been poisoned there by Al. Security forces, 10 men on a point against the solid Spurs, who's in number 5. Once again, we invite you to Warner Park. We do have room. We're not up to 50% capacity. According to the COVID rules, we have room in Warner Park. Wear your mask. Come on out and see some exciting football. Persons playing to get into 6. Persons playing for just try to survive in the Premiership, and it's all exciting, as you can see from today. And let's hope that we'll see the predictions tomorrow. And until then, we have them written down. We record them, repeat them, and we'll compare them with what happens in the real situation. Tomorrow, South Stars versus OR, Cairn versus Newtown. Until then, I bid you good night.